Yeah, good morning. Merry Christmas. And hi, it's Drew, your Tinsel Town Taxi. So, how are things going with you? Well, things are okay, sort of. Well, my family's back in Maine, of course. They're going to be celebrating. I'm here in Southern California. Weather's been very rainy. Last night, it rained really hard. Just going from the YMCA to the cab, which was a couple blocks, I got very wet. Luckily, I had my rain jacket. Let's see. So far, started work about 9:30, and I've only gotten 5 trips tonight. So, actually no, 6. But one doesn't count because I picked up a person, Hugo. Yeah, I picked up Hugo on Hollywood Boulevard once the bars were closing down and people were going home, and took him to the Orsini, which is, they built a whole bunch of these new apartment buildings that look like Italian castles in downtown Los Angeles. So I took him there, and along the way he was coughing, so I offered him a cough drop. And we get there. He says, "Oh, I don't got the money. I'll be right back." And immediately I knew what was going on. I said, "Okay, are you going to leave a cell phone or something?" He said, "No, I'll get the money and come back." He was kind of drunk. So at that point, $20 gone. Because that was the cost of the trip from Hollywood to downtown. On Christmas, on Christmas, right? But in the 2 years of driving taxi, the small handful of people who have run away and not paid, it's mostly young black people, and this is who I picked up last night, is this young black guy on Hollywood Boulevard. And as is typical, that's it. Like I said, they just run away, they don't pay, they figure out some sort of scam. And it's the largest percentage of people who don't pay. Young blacks. Man, I was at a restaurant, what is these 1950s style diners near Silver Lake Boulevard, and I was talking to the waiter, and I was mentioning this fact about among the percentage of people who have not paid for trips, the highest percentage is young black people. And he was black, and of course he got upset and implied I was racist. But that situation got rather out of hand. In the end, didn't matter at all. I mean, don't condone criminality. Don't condone criminality. I don't care what race it is. It's criminality. I mean, when it happens to you, you have no complaints. You're going to condone criminality. Not at all. At the end, he just ignored me. Yeah. And then the poor waiter, he just said, "Look, please guys, I think you should leave." So, yes, not too much. Like I said, 5 trips besides this damn bastard. Anyway, it's okay. Like, he's got his number blocked, so he ain't gonna be scamming any other cabbies. Not too much. $10 trip, $20 trip, $16 trip, and a $55 trip to the airport from downtown, and a $13 trip from near the airport to the airport. And that's it. I'm going to keep going. This is my friends, my former associates. They're going to have a Christmas gathering tonight, so I'll be going to that. And as usual, there's going to be a great feast because my friend Maureen is putting it on. She always puts on a great feast. Okay, so thanks a lot. Oh yes, and I didn't mention the fact that 6 minutes, cool. Yeah, happy solstice. Let's see, happy I can't say it. It's the Roman holiday to celebrate Saturn, right? Because anytime you're putting up a wreath or a tree, that harkens to these ancient pagan ceremonies, because these pagan celebrations of evergreens as these magical plants that survive the winter. Yeah. So that's the reason for the season. Celts, Romans, and Vikings celebrating Odin, Saturn, and I forget what the Druids celebrated in particular. But, it's about the solstice, right? Longest night of the year. And, of course, the sun begins its progression as it rises every day to the north and increasing hours of the day. And, of course, the Catholic Church, had to come up with some holiday to counter these pagan holidays. So they had to come up with something, and they came up with this nice story about Jesus. It was invented. Sad to say, that's the holiday. So if you're going to be putting up the wreaths and the trees and all that, then, hey, just admit this is, what we're doing it for Saturn, or for Saturn, or Odin. No? Okay. Almost as bad as believing in Santa Claus. All right. See you later. This is Drew, your Tinsel Town Taxi, signing off, and see you next time. Bye-bye.